I realized I got exposed.
You got exposed
after this speech. I hope that my teachers won't see this.
Well, there's nothing. No, I mean every student says the same. They wish that the schools would be a little bit more interactive and there'd be a little bit more.
No, it's just the fact that I've just told that I slept at school. So if they don't know, then it will be a problem.
They probably know, buddy. They probably
Hopefully.
Know. Yeah, they probably. Haha! It is the Tokyo Jack.
Yes.
Oh, you're in the log cabin now too. Yes, I remember Alien was in there one day.
It's my first time being in here.
Oh, it's a beautiful room. I love that wood look, that finished wood like that, varnished wood look. It's really cool. I wish my house looked like that. How are you today?
I'm feeling a bit tense.
Feeling a bit tense. Fighting with the girlfriend again?
Because from the results that I've got in.
I was going to ask you about your test. Yeah, fix your camera.
Yeah.
Fix your camera. Get your head higher. Yeah, there you go. It should be a little lower, actually. There we go. So, yes, tell me, how did the entry tests go?
I mean, it wasn't as what I've expected, but it's good enough.
So what'd you get? 34, 35, 36, 37?
I got 40.75.
40.75?
Yeah, but I failed one of the
better not be English.
The subjects. I failed one of the subjects. It wasn't more than 5. I think it was lower.
Which one was that? Literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I questioned that Vietnamese literature class. But yeah. But hard to believe you failed one if you got over 40, because I think that's the highest score I've heard so far.
That's like four tests.
Wow. That's a good score.
4 of them, 4 subjects.
So where will you go to high school?
Probably just a high school near here, I guess.
Yeah, to be still in Van Dun, near where you are. Okay, you're not going to go to Halong special school or anything like that. Okay. All right then. So you enjoying your summer holidays now?
I mean, I'm not enjoying right now.
Not enjoying it yet?
No, yeah, not yet.
So what are you waiting for?
Kind of. Just I'm thinking about going to another school or just staying here.
So you haven't quite left the school testing thing slide yet?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so you have to unwind. What did you do today?
All I did was thinking, and then I realized that there was a test today, and then I freaked out, and then I tried to prepare. I got myself prepared, but it isn't fully
easy test.
No, it's not. I looked at the all the questions and freaked out for a bit.
Oh my God. All right, let's get started. Piece of cake. Part 1, social interaction. Topic 1, teachers. Are parents the best teachers?
Yes, they do, because
They do. They are.
Yeah,
They do, or they are.
They are.
Why is that?
Because they give knowledge and they put you in shape in several ways. Like, apart from school, they were the ones that teaches you for the first time, and they keep you in shape. Like, they help you build social skills.
Social skills, yeah. Teach you about life. Yeah.
They teach you manners.
Yeah, that's the beginning of your education. We are very much like our parents in many ways, for sure. So they pretty well have to be the best teachers to help us if we're going to have a chance in the real world. Agree? Don't agree? Maybe?
Agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies that show that some kids that grow up with just one parent or adopted parents and different things, they tend to have more hard times in life than having the traditional two parents family life. Yeah. Okay, 2. So, in your opinion, what makes a great teacher, in your opinion? Could be school or home. It could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be just school teacher.
Well, in my opinion, it's someone that can teach us effectively and understands what problems we have on our lesson.
Insightful. So give me an example.
Like, if the teachers will make someone understand, make a student more understand, more mindful.
Yeah, more aware, mindful, yeah,
about the mistake that they have made during the lesson.
Pay a lot more attention. Yeah, teachers definitely. If they're going to be a great teacher, they really have to know what they're doing, first of all, but they have to be mindful and they have to understand that all the students are different. They all learn in different ways and see things different. Everybody has a different perception of everything. That is true. Do you believe the statement, there is no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher?
Yes, I do. Because students can't learn anything useful basically in their lives if their teachers don't even know what they're teaching, and all they get are the teacher's behavior. The worst part when you make a mistake. Brings on.
Yeah. Just talking to Gappy about that. What about the kid that comes in that doesn't want to go to school, just wants to disrupt the class, just wants to distract other students? What about those kids? On something else. But you said it's the teacher's fault.
I have different perceptions,
different perceptions. Yeah, but it does. I think what they're really trying to say with that statement, that actually comes from the movie Karate Kid back in the 80s.
It's kind of like 50-50, but I feel like I want to go more on the teachers.
No, but that's what they're referring to. The statement really means that now, yeah, you could have a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, it comes to school and he is disruptive and it's almost impossible to get through to that kid now. That does happen. But it's not about the teachers. In my perception here, my perception is that it's not really about the teachers he has today that just met him at the beginning of this school year. The problem there started years ago. and maybe it was with the parents, or maybe it was when he started kindergarten, and today is a result from bad teachers before. So no, the statement, it's not just about next year when you go to high school and there's a really bad kid in there, and it's the teacher's fault that he's bad. Well, there's more information that needs to come in, right? I mean, there's probably nothing that teacher can do now in some cases, but at some point he wasn't guided properly from the beginning. Yeah. So the statement itself, supposed to, that's what it's supposed to mean. All right. Topic 2. Topic 2 is going to be social media. Do you think social media hurts or damages communication amongst friends and families? Today's world. As opposed to physical interaction, hanging out, body language, facial expressions.
Do you think social media hurt or damages what?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, compared to, because we read, all of us in the class read a text message. We can all see it a different way, right? Because we can't see the person's face when they're saying it, or their body, their what do they call that? They're not physiology, but body language, right? Like there's a big difference with "I love you" and "I love you." I love you. There's the words are the same, but there's definitely different meanings, right? So there is a difference, and there is an effect of people who spend too much time just staying home and chatting on social media with friends and acquaintances, as opposed to the actual physical interaction you can have hanging out with family members and friends. So I'm asking you if it's damaged any of the communications.
Yes, that's a yes.
Yeah, like, do you? Okay,
because like,
start that whole question one more time. Topic 2: social media. Do you think social media hurts or damages communication amongst friends and family today? Like now, do you think that it's a bad thing that we communicate so much online? Do you think it's causing any damage? Is it hurting anything? Or no big deal?
Yeah, that's for sure. Because we're in social media, we're just texting, and we're not like we don't really have to mind about the text much as we talk outside
face to face.
When I'm trying to look at the question I wrote down because I keep forgetting the question.
What?
Like I keep forgetting the question that you said, so I'm looking at it just.
Yeah, well, if you think social media, communicating on social media causes harm or does affect communication socially, what ways do you think it hurts people? How? What does it do? What's the negative side of that? Of too much?
Depression. Where you decide to just be yourself. You don't talk to others, and you kind of like you don't want to talk to anyone else, and just stay obsessed.
Yeah, you tend to lose the ability to socialize with other people. A lot of people are having problems nowadays getting
because they're just texting.
Groups. Yeah. Yeah, it's very different talking to someone online than it is talking to them face to face, looking at them. It's very different. So I'm assuming, yeah, it would be. So tell me in what ways. Is social media addictive? How is it addictive?
Yes.
How?
Yes, because social media have like many things that you can look up for, and if you look on a phone and you say to yourself, like, I'm just gonna be using this for like 5 or 15 minutes, but because there are too many informations that you're interested about, that it takes about like a few hours, and you don't even know
it absorbs you.
You don't even know the time.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a bubble when you use it, and you can't see the outside, even time.
Very, very distracting. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I see that sometimes when I go through slides, and then it's like, wait a minute, I've been looking at slides for 40 minutes. What the heck? Yeah. So if you had a friend, what advice would you give a friend addicted to social media? If you saw that he definitely had a problem, he's starting to have social problems, he has a hard time hanging out with the group of friends, he's not acting normal, he's showing signs of depression and being an introvert now, he doesn't want to go out anymore, he just wants to stay home on the computer. What advice would you give when a friend who you can clearly see has become addicted to this social media, to a social media?
I think if it's I would say, let's take up a new hobby.
And what would you tell him on that walk? What should he do?
Like, let's just check out like some new stuff outside. Play football, like do a lot of other stuff than just looking at a phone. So
you'd try to spend more time with him or her?
Yes, to somehow spend time with him, to get him out of the bubble.
To get him out and interactive. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes when you use your mobile phone, it's when you have no other friends that are just talking to you. Like, then
it's become a substitute for sure. Substitute, yeah. Right, but you can't spend all your time with your friends. So what would you tell him? What would you tell him about when he's at home and when he keeps wanting to get on social media all the time? What advice would you give him there?
Maybe you should go outside. Maybe just stop for like a few hours. Take a break. And you'll see the results that you'll get more motivated, more energetic.
Yeah, time on social media for sure. Because that's a big part. You really have to try to manage how much time you're spending on the social media is a big part.
When you're on the social media, you can't stop it.
Yeah, Buck had a good example. It was about telling him how to. He would tell his friends to start deleting a lot of the applications and then just keep one only. Then you can send messages.
I wish I could give better advice. I wish I could give better advice.
I've already started the list. I'm going to be deleting a lot of my social media devices here this week. Absolutely. Too much tracking of personal information. I don't like that. All right, let's move on to part 2. Part 2, solution discussion. Your best friend's romantic other is being dishonest and you know the truth. What would you do in this situation? Explain your choice. 3 choices are suggested. Number 1, you would tell your friend what has been happening behind his or her back. 2, you would choose the "it's none of my business" and say nothing attitude approach. Or you would confront the dishonest person in question and warn them of their actions. So you'd give them the choice to fix things before it got worse. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to prepare your answer. Remember, a couple of reasons why you choose what you choose, and then give me a reason or disadvantage why you would not do the other 2. Okay, mister?
Yes, sir.
Okay, starting now. All right, Mr. Jack, your time is up. What would you do?
Well, my choice here is you would tell your friend what has been happening behind his or her back.
Well, your friend. You can say his back or her back now because it's your friend. Hypothetical situation. All right, so you tell your friend. Is your friend a he or a she?
I'll say a he.
All right, so you would tell him. Why would you tell him? Hey, he might hate you for it.
Well, it's fine. First, if he can actively deal with the problems, whether it's all right still to keep themselves as one couple or not. Second,
I don't understand.
Second of all,
no, I don't understand. You would tell him that his girlfriend has been dishonest. What would you tell him? I mean, why?
Well,
what was the reason again?
The reason is because he can actively deal with the problem, whether it's all right it's all right still to keep themselves as one couple or not.
All right, so he'll be able to take action knowing the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. Do what he.
Well, second of all, because it's my friend, I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah. Don't want to lose your friendship and probably get in trouble if you didn't tell him. If he knew that you knew and you didn't tell him, he might not be.
Yeah, well, friendship broke.
That's true. All right.
And the last one I mentioned here is it might cause a terrible result between those 2 in the future.
Okay, but so now it's about why would you not mind your own business, or why wouldn't you confront his girlfriend?
The reason why I didn't choose it's none of the business and say nothing is because, well, first it's my friend, so even if we should so I don't want him to get like real mad at me when there is something that he knew after I knew.
Yeah, you kind of said it in the first one where because he's your friend, you don't want to not tell him. Yeah. Why wouldn't you confront the girlfriend and warn her? Say, listen, woman, you're messing with my bro.
I mean, she would just fight back, or she would just lie to me the same way as she lied to her boyfriend, which is my friend.
That's possible too. Very well. All right. That's pretty good. Let's move on. Part 3, topic development. Discuss the topic. If only I knew. If you knew what you know today, 4 or 5 years ago, what changes would you have made in your life? As guided in the outline below, the little mind map here, you could use ideas such as discussion, education, social, health, food, or any of your own ideas. Again, I'm going to give you a minute to prepare your topic development, and then we'll talk about it. Are you ready?
Yeah. So let's get cracking.
1 minute starts now. Boom. Your time is up, Mr.
So if I knew what I know today 5 years ago, what the first thing I would do is to look up to some ways that helps my study more effective. Because in the past I wasn't really good at studying, like, you know, revising all the studies that I've learned at school.
Okay.
And I don't really remember much when I learn something. I keep forgetting.
So you'd improve some of your study habits for sure. Okay.
And
what else would you change, if anything?
Secondly, I would make more friends in real life.
Try to make more friends, be more sociable.
Yes.
Join more groups. Okay.
I kind of feel like I've really keep my eyes too much on the social medias.
On the
social medias.
So it's too much time on social media. Okay. So
you know, I in that back in the time, I felt like having online friends is just like the real life friends, and they're easier to make. Friends are over distance.
A lot easier online, yeah. Okay.
Now,
anything else you'd change a few years back, knowing what you know today?
Well, furthermore, I would go outside more, so to get myself more energy, to have my life more, get my life more healthy.
Make myself healthier.
Yes.
Now it's important to focus on what you can do today. I think, again, Jordan Peterson, I refer to him so often. He stated that people that suffer depression or anxiety and stuff, and everything just seems to be crashing down on them, and they're worried about everything in the future. He says there's really only one way to deal with it, and it's to get up at a regular time, force yourself to do what goals you have made out to get through the day, do the best you can, even if it's difficult and you don't want to do it, but you have to force yourself every day to do those things, to work your way through difficult times. And what it really means is focus on the present, focus on what you can do right now today to make tomorrow a better place. Yeah, because focusing too much on the future can affect what you do in the present for sure.
Now,
some people will say they're studying language or they're learning and all this self-studying and they're just watching YouTube videos for 12 hours. Well, there's a big difference from actually watching a teacher talk about something and actually taking that knowledge and practicing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I love to listen to history and stories, but it doesn't mean I can teach it. You have
to look it up.
Yeah, you got to write it. Yeah, you gotta put the time in. It's like building language with English, right? Like I say, input. We're taking in all the vocab, but then we've got to take that vocabulary and we have to apply it. We have to use it. So that's why we make sentences and we answer questions, because we have to be able to take that knowledge and use it. Otherwise, you probably just forget it. And you always remember the things you do. You don't always remember the things you hear. Yeah. Okay, good. Do you feel any different now that you are a teenager?
For sure.
Yes.
That's for sure.
What's different in your life now, being a young teenager, a young man?
Now I feel a bit more responsible about my life. Like I can care about myself more and not having my parents caring much about me anymore. Like I feel a bit more freedom. I would say
freedom. It's true. By the way, you were talking about how you would have spent more time with your studies back on your topic development and socially making more friends and health, getting out more often. Don't forget, you're only 13 years old. You can take your own advice and start doing it today.
Yes.
Just so you know. It's kind of a self-reflection. What do you think the best thing about going to high school is going to be? What do you think? What do you think will be the best thing about going to high school?
The best thing.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be cool about that? Is it the girls?
No.
No?
Never said. I mean, maybe. That's something, but that's something else. Probably the best thing probably will be the schedule.
Schedule?
Okay. Yes. Like, even though there will be like a 5. I think in high school in Vietnam there will be like only 5 a 5-day study, only a 5-day study, and in the secondary it's only 6. So I'll have Saturday and Sunday to relax and prepare for my Monday study
and go out and get some exercise and
Monday lesson.
All right, so it'll be different.
I want to do some exercise. I've forgotten that so much.
Yeah, well, I think it's Matt. Matt says he plays badminton almost every day. Matt, you remember Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys live close or far?
Well, no, but we're our parents are like, kind of like friends.
Yeah, but you don't live that far apart, do you?
I think so. Yeah, still in London.
You don't know where he lives?
No, I do.
Oh, okay. So can you ride your bicycle there?
Maybe. I haven't
Last
seen
question.
it in a while.
Now that you are finished junior high school, which is your what you call middle school, I guess, your grade 7, 8, 9. What do you think could be changed or improved for the younger students? What do you think could be improved now that you've experienced it? And they said, what should we do to make things better for the kids coming up? What could be better?
I'll prefer the improvement of entertainment on a lesson, because I feel like it's always been really boring when a teacher is trying to teach students. Like what they're doing is just giving them information. But it's not effective. And, I can, like, me myself as a student before in secondary, I've always really been really sleepy. I think my teachers do know. My teachers did know about me sleeping in class.
I slept in class a few times when I was young.
They don't even do a thing. Like, all they do is just continue teaching the class and don't mind much about it.
Yeah.
Like, if they made the lesson a bit more entertaining, I think they would know. They would learn a bit more.
More interactive and a little bit more exciting, yeah. Games or different kinds of projects.
And I kind of get overexcited when a game popped out of nowhere. Not what I expected, and then I get super excited.
No, I agree, because I am, as everybody knows, I'm a big advocate or campaigner for educational reform, and it just dawned on me. I remember some of the state, because I did work at some of the state schools before. I think one thing that could really change, that could be effective, is that I think the teachers just keep using the same curriculum year after year after year after year, and it just becomes boring even for the teachers. I think what would be cool is if you gave the teachers the material of what you have to cover, but then the teachers themselves would have to, instead of rewriting out all the curriculum and class lesson plans for the year, which they have to do,
some games, make some mind map.
They would have to start making their own lesson plans and try to make it more interactive. I think that would be one way to let some teachers make some improvements, for sure. I agree. All right, buddy. We have finished.
I realized. I got exposed.
You got exposed
after this speech. I hope that my teachers won't see this.
Well, there's nothing. No, I mean, every student says the same. They wish that the schools would be a little bit more interactive and then be a little bit more.
No, it's just the fact that I've just told that I slept at school. So if they don't know, then it will be a problem.
They probably know, buddy. They probably
Hopefully.
know. Yeah, they probably know. And it doesn't matter. You're going to a new school now.
No, please.
Perfect timing. No, I just want to finish up by saying that I think you have incredible pronunciation. I think you have a really good voice. And, if there was one thing that I would give you some advice on to continue with, apart from advanced studies, of course, that'll start in a couple of weeks with Gappy and them. But the one thing is, I really think you should get involved in speaking, like groups and public speaking or things like that. I think you have a talent for it. I think you're a very good speaker. You've got really good pronunciation, and I think you could use that, and it'd be a great way to continue building new friends and get involved with new groups, new ideas, and it would build a lot of confidence for sure. But I think you have a talent for it. You're a very good speaker. If you know what you're talking about, You're very, very good.
That's the one thing.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do a speech on binary coding or anything like that. But
Logging.
I just made it up. Binary coding. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But anyhow, it's all good. Was that alien? That alien?
Yes, the little alien.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Alien.
What?
Good evening. Nanu, nanu.
Good evening.
What?
Nanu, nanu.
Oh, hello.
All right, buddy. I gotta go. Coco's been in the waiting room for a while, and
All right.
I'll see you soon. I'm sure.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, probably 2 weeks. I need some time to finish all the tests and prepare everything. Probably 2 weeks.
Okay.
This Tuesday for sure. There's no class, but hopefully the week after, that's when we'll start. But Lay will get back in contact with you, and you can still find me on Facebook, and you can still, English with Trevor on Facebook. You can text me anytime there. All right, buddy. Take it easy. It's been great having you in all these classes. Cheers. See you soon.
See ya.